Good morning to everyone. We are just waiting maybe 5 minutes to catch more participants, please. And we will start at 11:05. Thank you. If okay, Dr. Omar, just wait maybe 2-3 minutes and we'll start. Good morning, Daniel. Can you check your mic, please?
Of course. Hello, everyone. Good morning, dear Professor Berrada. I hope that you all are fine. Nice to meet you here.
Thank you. Dr. Omar, can you check your mic, please? Your mic, Dr. Omar, please.
شنو المشكلة عندي؟
Si, ça marche maintenant. Now it's okay. Dr. Omar.
اسمعني أستاذ برادة.
Oui, c'est bon. Juste.
أنا ما كنسمعكمش، ما عرفتش علاش. كتسمعني أنت؟ حرك راسك نعرف واش كتسمعني.
Oui, 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 parfait.
هذا هو le plus important.
Daniel est parce que حنا كنسمعوك donc في المداخلة ديالك. Très bien. Okay, so it's 11:05. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening in some other parts in the world. Dear professors, doctors, and honorable attendees, representatives of the Federation of Universities of the Islamic World, the FUIW. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are celebrating today the launch of the Open Education Sciences Skills Program in the FUIW member state, an ICSCO initiative which aims to reinforce capacities and improve competencies in higher education of professors, researchers, doctors throughout training sessions on open education, open educational resources, open science, licensing, and more other topics during the next coming 2 years. Our agenda today, we start with a welcoming speech of His Excellency, Dr. Salim Mohammed Al-Malik, the General Director of the Islamic World Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. Then Dr. Omar Halli, Advisor to the ISISCO General Director in charge of the Federation of the Universities of the Islamic World, the FUIW, will give us the foreword of the Federation. After that, Professor Daniel Burgos, Chancellor of the UNIR University in Spain and the co-coordinator of this program, for a keynote on behalf of expert teams. And I will then present the scientific program of the project and give more information and few instructions for coming steps. The last part of this agenda is dedicated to answer questions about this program. So thank you for your coming, wishing you a pleasant opening ceremony. Now, welcome to His Excellency, Dr. Salim Mohammed Al-Malik, General Director of ISISCO, for his welcoming speech and the official start of this program. Thank you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Excellencies, representative of the Federation of University in the Islamic World, honorable professors and doctors, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I warmly welcome you all here on the launch of the ISISCO Open Education Program with a priority focus on open education skills, training of university teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, isn't it a paradox? Isn't it an age of digital technologies? And it is absolutely true that our youth is well conversant with mobile phones, tablets, computer, games, mobile apps. Technology is everywhere, every day, but not at our universities. At least not at a level as it should be. As per recent survey, more than 50% students are missing the digital equipment and broadband they need at college. Even more importantly, less than 30% of the students are taught by digitally confident teachers. Similar number of teachers even do not know what is massive open online course. This situation demands the awareness and training of opening up of our education via a digital revolution, a revolution we are experiencing all around us, a revolution that is having and will continue to have dramatic impact in our education, science, and learning, although it will bring its own challenges, but with a lot of opportunities. ISISCO is grasping on all these opportunities in all forms. ISISCO is committed to make education system scientific, open, and accessible. ISISCO is pledging to provide the student a start in their life they need, and to the professor and teachers a chance to join this digital movement. This is the only way to expand our access to quality education, growth opportunities, and knowledge-based economies across all our member states. Therefore, we are very pleased to announce a comprehensive program on open education. Under this program, we are organizing a series of training sessions for faculty members, researchers, scientists, and in higher education institutes in all ISISCO member states. The program is called Open Education Science Skills Training Program for University Teachers, and is designed in consultation with a working group of international experts in open education and open science. The program aims to strengthen the openness component in the competencies of the university teachers, both in terms of initial teacher education and ongoing professional development. The program is targeting to create a sustainable engine capable of transforming university teachers into open educators. And the program is intended to focus on the education in the FUIW member universities, adding a great value to their productivity. Throughout this project, we will provide all education institutions and university teachers interested in open education a set of know-how, including strategies, methodologies, tools, and approaches, all tailored to their indigenous needs. Our major target outcomes here is both short-term and long-term impact on the identified target group via dissemination of knowledge and development of facilities with immediate results. However, it is not the way we teach and learn that is changing. It is also the specific skills people need to get a good job in the growing digital economy. By 2030, more than 90% of the job will need digital skills. Therefore, an underlying goals of this program down the road is a sustainable system of open education trainers and influencers that drive the revolution by itself, also in vocational education and self-learning skills. Summarizing all this, I would say that the program is built on 3 pillars. First, capacity building of teachers, lecturers, and tutors while raising awareness of open education and open education resources and the integration of formal and informal methodologies. Second, induce and insert best practices among faculty members and tutors in publishing their own tools and resources. Third, collaborate with international institutions benefiting from their expertise and already available resources. In the end, I would like to thank you for being with us today at this important event and for your interest in open education training. I wish you a very pleasant and fruitful participation. My gratitude also goes to all our experts and our local teams for leading this open initiative that will promote open education among ISISCO member states. Officially, I announce the launch of the Federation of University in the Islamic World Open Education Development Project. And thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes. So thanks to His Excellency Dr. Salim Al-Malik for his very relevant welcoming speech and for the official start of this program. Dr. Salim Al-Malik talks about revolution in digital education we all are experiencing around us. This is why ISISCO is now committed to maintain educational system scientific, open, and accessible. So we are here talking about open education, and this program, among other programs from ISISCO, is one of the keys that can help educators, researchers, and in general, stakeholders to answer those questions. So thanks to Dr. Salim Al-Malik, and the floor is now open to Dr. Omar Halli for the forward of the Federation of Universities of the Islamic world. Please, Dr. Omar, the floor is yours. Thank you.
السلام عليكم. شكرا دكتور خالد برادة. شكرا لحضور السيد المدير العام للأيسيسكو، الإخوة الأفاضل المشرفين على هذا التكوين، الإخوة فريق الاتحاد، وكذلك السادة الأفاضل الأساتذة الذين يتابعون معنا هذا اللقاء الافتتاحي لتكوين طالما اشتغلنا عليه. مرحبا بكم وصباح الخير وعيدكم مبارك سعيد. أنا سعيد جدا بأن نلتقي اليوم من أجل إطلاق هذا البرنامج الهام بالنسبة للأيسيسكو التي يدخل في مهامها مهام التربية والتكوين والثقافة كذلك، وسعيد كذلك أن يكون اتحاد جامعات العالم الإسلامي هو رافعة، هو الذي وراء كذلك هذه الدورة التكوينية. الدورة التكوينية انطلق الإعداد لها منذ 6 أشهر مع فريق مهم جدا له من الخبرة ما يسمح لنا بأن نعتز به وأن نقول نحن على الطريق قويم. كذلك هذا التكوين عندما أطلقناه وفتحنا بابه للتسجيل بعد توجيهات السيد المدير العام وفي اطار الاستراتيجيه التي تشتغل بها الايسيسكو والاتحاد من اجل مد الجسور مع الجامعات العضوه وكذلك مع الاساتذه الافاضل، منذ كما قلت منذ أطلقنا هذا التكوين حتى جاءت أو تقاطرت علينا طلبات الاستفادة منه، وقد فاقت هذه الطلبات 400 طلبا من الأساتذة من أكثر من 18 دولة ومن مختلف الجامعات في المغرب الكبير، كذلك في الشرق الأوسط، في أفريقيا، في دول آسيا، وهو أمر محمود جدا، لأن الغاية من هذا التكوين هو الوقوف عند التعليم المفتوح في الجامعات، ولكن كذلك هو مد الجسور والتشبيك الذي نسعى إليه بين مختلف الفاعلين والمتدخلين التربويين بالخصوص منهم، وخاصة منهم الأساتذة الباحثون. أشار السيد المدير العام في كلمته إلى الأهداف الثلاثة الأساسية لهذا التكوين، إلى دوره، إلى سياقه، وإلى أهميته. ونضيف فقط بأنه كذلك تكوين اعتمد أو سيعتمد على لغتين أساسيتين حتى لا نحرم جهة من الجهات من الاستفادة منه، سواء بالإنجليزية أو الفرنسية، مع تواصل باللغة العربية مع الجامعات العربية وما إلى ذلك. ثم اقترحنا أن يضم هذا التكوين 4 دورات، لكل دورة بالطبع بدايتها ونهايتها، وسنفتتح في الأسبوع القادم وبعد الأسبوع القادم الدورة الأولى. هذه الدورات سيشرف على تكوينها الأستاذ بورغوس، دانيال بورغوس من إسبانيا، كذلك الأستاذ خالد برادة من جامعة محمد الخامس، الأستاذ أحمد المقري من المغرب كذلك من جامعة ابن زور، ثم الأستاذة عمران أشرف من باكستان، والأستاذ فواز طيرو من الكوتونو. هذه بالطبع التمثيلية لها دلالتها من أجل كذلك تقوية فرق الخبراء الذين نشتغل معهم، وكذلك لتقوية هذه الخبرة، ولكي تكون الدورة دورة التعليم المفتوح مناسبة لتبادل الخبرات ولتقاسمها في موضوع لا يشك اليوم أحد في أنه من أهم الموضوعات التي تعيشها وتعرفها الجامعات. أريد بدوري أن أشكر السيد المدير العام على دعمه لهذا البرنامج. أشكر المدير العام السيد المدير العام للأيسيسكو معالي دكتور سالم المالك، لأنه دفع في اتجاه دعم هذا التكوين. أشكر السادة الخبراء لأنهم منذ مدة كما قلت وهم يشتغلون معنا، تطلب الأمر كثير من العمل. أشكر كذلك الإخوان في الأقسام وفي المديريات في الأسيسكو بخصوص الآي تي وفريق الاتحاد على تتبعه من هذا الموضوع، وأتمنى إن شاء الله أن تسير الأمور كما تصورناها نظرا للإعداد المحكم الذي قمنا به معا، وستكون هذه التكوينات متوجة بإحراز شهادات لكل دورة، والدورات 4 ستستمر حوالي 2 لاستكمال مختلف مراحلها. شكرا دكتور خالد، أتمنى التوفيق والسداد للإخوة، وأدعوهم لتتبع هذا التكوين من بدايته إلى نهايته، لأن الأمر مهم جدا بل ومصيري في اعتقادي بالنسبة لما ستؤول إليه الأشياء بالنسبة للتدريس في الجامعات. شكرا لكم.
Thank you so much, Dr. Omar Hali. And maybe we apologize for the Arabic for some countries who are not speaking Arabic, but we will come, Dr. Burgos and myself, we will come back for more details in English. In general, Dr. Hali, we have to thank him also. Of course, we have to thank the General Director and board and all the team and all experts from the FUIW or the FUIW, the Federation of Universities of the Islamic World. So if I have to summarize, he was presenting again the program a little bit objective and expert, and thanks also expert and you as participant, and of course happy to win this program, which took us all together 6 months till now, and he mentioned that we will start in 2 weeks maximum, the training program for 2 years. Everything will come during my presentation. So we cannot leave somebody behind. We will give all the information. شكرا جزيلا أستاذ حلي على العمل المتداوم وعلى الريادة أيضا. Shukran. Okay, so now we will move to Professor Daniel Burgos for his keynote on behalf of the scientific team. Thank you so much. The floor is yours, Dr. Burgos. Thank you. Daniel.
Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. I hope that you enjoy the end of the Ramadan, which I think is a key important period every year. The first thing is to thank ISESCO through Professor Al-Malik and also FUIW through Professor Khalid for their presence and their support to the project. I also thank my fellow colleagues in the course, Professors Cheniti, Ashraf Sahid, Al-Makari, Tairu, and of course, my dear friend, Professor Khalid Berrada, who is organizing all this structure and relation with FUIW and with all the participants. I'm honored to be here. This is a very long and desired course. Professor Berrada and I was talking about this project maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and we are really excited. I'm really excited to be here and finally to start the course, because it means a deal of opportunity and responsibility at the same time. Open education is the key for modern education, in our view. There are many ways to learn, there are many ways to teach. But nowadays, with all these social networks and all these shared ways to talk, to discuss, to construct together, there is no way that openness is not part of the agreement. We need to work based on open education and open science. So resources are available for all. Ways to contribute are available for all. Access, technology, policies, licensing. Open education means so many things, as we will see during the course. In our view, on behalf of the crew, on behalf of the faculty members, okay, as we have discussed many times, open means a bilateral way to contribute, to get resources and to provide resources to us and to the community. So being teachers, being experts, being researchers, being consultants around open education means that we can integrate formal education, informal education, official resources, unofficial resources, all together in a sensible way. During this course, we will learn how to do that. We will learn the details of all these things that I'm commenting right now, all the different aspects about open education. And we will put all of them together so everyone, each and every one of us, can find a proper balance for themselves. Because keep in mind one very important thing. Open education means many things. There is no one single definition. It depends very much on the people who is addressing openness, of the institution, of the target group, of the interpretation, the context, the policy, the politicians, the language, so many things. So we need to take care of all these ideas and really own the concept, adapt it to our context, adapt it to our colleagues, and what we want to do with that, and find the agreement, find our own contract about open education. During these weeks, we will address all these issues. We will discuss with every single expert, and also we will encourage debate between all of us, just to find our own understanding about what open education is and how can be implemented properly. It's crucial that we develop a huge awareness about what open education means and how can be used in an effective way. It's not a philosophical idea. It's not just a theory. It's something practical that we can apply every day in our lives, every day with every student, every teacher, and every academic manager, because every single layer in the educational system can do something about open education. It's not just me as a teacher, me as a university professor. It's that the general director or the rector or the student or the union, all of them can also work with open education because it's a way to reach further more people and integrate them into something bigger than ourselves. To us, open education means the future, means the current tool to address so many things. For instance, the current crisis around the world is not just about the pandemic, it's about earthquakes, about natural disasters, about the war, there are so many things happening, and open education brings the possibility for people to keep continuous education no matter what crisis happens in our lives. So it's a unique opportunity. The world is looking at us because now it seems that open education and online blended education is a solution for the problem of having some troubles around the world. We know that for years, but now we have the ears of the whole world listening to what we can do. It's crucial that we learn as much as possible, as fast as possible, and that we can implement it right away in an efficient way. Our course, this course supported by ISESCO and FUIW and developed by all of us, including all the participants, including the students, all of us are co-responsible for this course, means a unique opportunity for us, our institutions and our countries. We really rely on your responsibility and that we will all meet the expectations to make it happen. Thank you so much to everyone. Shukran. And I hand over again to my dear colleague, Khalid Berrada.
Thank you, dear Daniel. Thank you so much for your presentation, for your words about open education. As usually, it was very dynamic and very important to know. As you say, everybody can do something from his angle in this topic, which is open education in general, but many other topics. And we are here in this program to do our small contribution to improve those topics, including open education. And I hope from the participant that can also be engaged from the beginning, because it's not just a meeting, it's not just a workshop, it's a training where participants can get certificate. So this declaration of competences, as we explained in many emails, should be obtained by taking part to synchronous and asynchronous and both, and do activities, assessment, and too much work. So not too much, it will cost, it will take few hours a week, around 4 hours a week for each module, and in general, 6 to 7 weeks. I will come with more detail to this program. So thank you, Daniel, for your excellent presentation, and I will move to the part of, yes, sorry, okay, to present the program. Sure, here I'm presenting the facilitators, the experts. So as presented by Dr. Omar and Professor Daniel Burgos, we are with us Professor Imran Ashraf from Qadi Azzam University. I am all the time mixing it with our university. So Qadi Azzam from Pakistan in Islamabad. So she will facilitate a module with some of us in general. Of course, Professor Daniel Burgos, Dr. Fawaz Tairo from Benin, who is in charge of the French Agency of Universities there in Benin, Professor Ahmed Al-Makari in Ibn Zor University in Agadir, experts on e-learning and open education also, and Professor Lilia Sheniti from University of Sousse, She will also facilitate modules, activities, participate to the Mooc and the other aspect of this program. So thanks to all experts for being with us, for their contribution to this program. I will not come back to the objective because I think that His Excellency, the General Director, presented well all aspects, objectives, description of the project, the outputs and inputs of the project. So I will go to a few statistics to know. As Dr. Omar said, we opened the call in mid of February and closed it in March. We received few requests after this period because it was from other countries. In total, we have received 400 requests from not 18, but it was 23 countries because we have more countries after that, as well as Somalia, Iraq, and other countries. We did our best in collaboration with the FUIW department to select participants according to many criteria. Of course, we cannot take all. We count around 200 and we took at least 230. We come back again with another call for registration to confirm, to ask participants for confirmation, and we send acceptance letters to 230, but we received only 186 confirmation divided on four sessions. So in total, we have representatives from 23 countries and 74 universities, and I think that's a little bit like 120 institutions, faculties, and colleges. Our timeline will be for the first training session that should start on 16 in May for 6 weeks and 1 week for the assessment, the final evaluation, the final evaluation. We start on 16 in May and it will take till 26 in June. And courses will be on the platforms. I will talk about the platform and giving you others also. It will be also the time where the team there will be not only the training program, there will be in addition other things. There will be a production of the Mooc in parallel, and the Mooc will be delivered for the first session on November of this year, by the end of this year. So I will come back to these details. So the first training will take part on 16 in May, the second on 19 in September. The third training session will be is scheduled for November of this year, 2022. And the last training should be on January 23 for, again, 6-7 weeks. For the first meeting, we have selected 67 participants, and the training will be in English, fully in English. The second training will be in French. The third one will be in English, and the last one will be again in French. Does not mean that we stop at here. For the first training, we are stopping at here because 67 is too much. Ideal number should be around 30 or 25. We are taking much more because we have received many requests. And the second one, we have 48, should be okay, but for the third and the last one, we can also receive other application if needed from other countries, from other representative of the countries. So as I said, there will be the production of the Mooc. So we will be delivering the Mooc. Experts are now preparing the Mooc, the massive open online courses, which will be the FUIW open education. So it will be running early in 2023, there will be also an international conference about open education and open educational researches, where we will summarize the results and we will present many updates of open education and the team and our network. This is why we call it the Building a Network. And finally, we are also planning to publish a white book or handbook or something that should be for the sustainability of the project. It can help for other training programs. So for each program, this one is in English. It will be 5 modules. The first one is introducing to open education. The second one should be on open licensing and copyright. The third module will be on open education through OER and Moocs. The third one will be localizing OER and Moocs, and the last module, module 5, will be on open educational practices. And here I will come back to something. We will do also, as Daniel said, open education by making a game. So Daniel will present us also an open game project, which is an European project. He designed that project with the team, and you will see by yourself that it's very important as open educational practices. So it's also inside the program. For every module, you will have lessons. I will not go through all details because it will take 2 times. It will be facilitated twice a week by 2 facilitators. It will be lessons, activities, assessment, quizzes, and maybe more than that, and dissertation. It will be time for online face-to-face synchronous sessions. And in addition, you will have everything on the Moodle platform, and you can check, you can go for theory, you can have all modules, you can do your activities, your quizzes, and all activities are important for every module. So every participant needs to do that on the platform. The module 2 is the same structure: lessons, activities, quizzes, and assessment. The module 3, the module 4, and the last one. So every module, you will have 2 facilitators. For the module 5, it will be Professor Lilia Sheniti from SUS and Professor Daniel. For module 4, it will be Professor Fawaz Tairo and Ahmed Al-Makari, and even for French and the English version, because our facilitators are bilingual, so they can also give the training in both languages. Professor Ahmed Al-Makari for module 3, opening up education through OER and massive open online courses, and Professor Lilia Sheniti for this module. I will facilitate the module 2 about open science, copyright, and licensing with Dr. Fawaz Tayour from Benin. And the first module will start on 16 in May for this session, and it will be for the French session also the same with Professor Daniel Burgos. So, as I said, all modules will be on the platform. So we have a duty. It means that for every participant, 186 participants, we will create for everybody an account on the platform. So you will have your login and password that you have to change it once connected. And the address is here, but we will send you soon the address for to get connected and to check modules, to do activities. And of course, we are planning to organize the online training sessions, I mean, from 16 in May, and it will be the same for other coming sessions in September, November, and the next year. The first one should be from 9 to 11 EM. Why? Because of the time zone. Because if we decide to organize something in the afternoon, in other parts in the world, it will be very late for them. So at 9, I just choose Casablanca time or Central European time, which is today -2 hours. Next week in Morocco, it will be just -1 hour. So we have sessions on 17 in May, 24, 30 in May, 7 in June, and 14 in June, and 21 in June. And the second session, it will be on Thursday. So you have two sessions on Tuesday and Thursday. And for this session, it will be also in online face-to-face with facilitators of modules, and it will be the time to give your feedback, to check with facilitators in case you have questions. So the first one should be the training, and the session after 2 days. Just an example, the first training should be on 17 in May, and 2 days after it will be on 19 in May. It will be to check up, to update things, to ask questions if something is going or not on the platform, to ask if you need something. So you have two sessions, the first one and the second one on the same week, but the first one should be fully training session with interactive session with participants, between participants and the two facilitators for every module. And on Thursday, it will be also 2 hours training session, but it's especially dedicated for your questions. In case you have questions, if you want to ask more, if you want to ask about platform activities or anything. So this will happen during the 6 weeks, twice a week, means 24 hours for the whole training. I am not talking about the assessment, it will come after. I think that this is everything for now, and we are on time because we still have 15 to 17 minutes for your question. If you can go to the chat box and ask question, we will be pleased to answer your questions. Thank you so much for listening. I come back then to the program. Thank you. We are open to your questions. I mean, we have also other facilitators with us. We have Professor Imrana, Ahmed Al-Makari, Professor Lydia, and Dr. Fawaz. All are connected. And we have around 120 participants, which is not bad. Thank you so much. So I was talking, I didn't pay attention to questions. If we have questions, we can minute, okay? If everything is okay, this is what we want. If not, we are waiting for your questions. Thank you. So, yes. Okay, thank you. So, if you have questions about the designed session, like you register, you fill the form for the first, the second. Honestly, we have received too much requests from participants. Many participants want to be in the first session, which is just and simply not possible. If you fill and you click on the English version, we will put you in the session 1 or the third one. But if you have other requests and you want to move from session to another one, please just come back by sending emails and we will see if we can do it. So we cannot do it for all participants. We can do it in special case. When somebody like did a mistake and click on the third session and he is not speaking English, or he prefers to have it in French, we will move. But if we just register some colleague from, like example, from Palestine, register for French version, and it was a mistake, and he want to come back, he cannot come back to the first session because it's full. We will go and put his name on the third session, because the first session with 68, I think that it's too much. Okay, this is Daniel. I do not know if you have other questions, because
no, I just support your words. 67 people are a lot, so we can make some exception, but the rule should be not to. If we are too many in the same room, then the debate will be really not the best way to proceed.
Yes.
Okay, so I fully support that.
Thank you. Just to be honest with you, and this is general comment. We have organized with Daniel, with Professor Ahmed, with Lilia, with Fawaz, with Professor Imrana, few workshops and training and other things. We registered 60, and at the end, after 7 weeks, we are just 30. It happened. We are talking about revolution in education, but there is also some problems. Sometimes people cannot stay all the week. People did not perform the activities, did not come to the final evaluation. I think that many times happen that we start with 60 and we finish the training with 14. This is why, please, if you have any doubt, if you are in some session, in some training, we are having more than 240 participants who we cannot take them. So please, if you cannot perform all the training, just come back and send email, and we will do the necessary to invite other colleagues that are waiting on our list. Thank you so much. This is just to let you know this. Because, but if you want to move from session to session, we will discuss the case and come back with answers. We promise to do that. Could you, we have a request from Nigeria. Could you confirm if my university could still be registered for the training? Excuse me, I am not taking the decision to reply to all of you, because Dr. Omar Halli, Professor Omar Halli is the director of the FUIW. We all the time need to check with the team. He is working with the team, and we need to check with them. So for us, the first session, I think, is full. The second, it's in French. We have 48. Maybe we can take 1 or 2 more, but honestly, not colleagues from Morocco, because we received a little 50% requests were coming from Morocco. We have 200 or 210 participants from abroad, but from Morocco, we were limited to take just the number. It's a little bit more than other countries, but for the first and the third session, it's some equilibrium between countries. In total, I have sent the list of participants, and you have countries, I think, so you will see that that for the first session, it's not possible. The second one, maybe 1 or 2, if it's coming from other countries than Morocco. And for the third session, yes, maybe we have 38 or 39, I didn't remember. But the last session, which is next year, maybe we can take others. The email. Yes. All the sessions are having, Daniel, they are asking question, if all sessions are having the same content. If you can just answer, please.
No, of course, we need to evolve the sessions. I don't know, the approach that usually Professor Berrada and myself and our other colleagues have is that the sessions are live. We need to make changes, just trying to integrate news and what is happening during the course and what is happening in the world. And we will put more examples and change things So no, every session is different. Every session has the same spirit, everything related to open education, but everyone has a different module. Everyone has a different approach. Every speaker, every lecturer has a different view about what open education means. So therefore, everything is different. Don't miss a session. This is the final goal, okay? Don't miss a session. You need to come to the 12 sessions. That's very compulsory, so you get the proper competencies out of the full approach to the module, okay?
Thank you, Daniel, thank you. So I am trying to read the other comments. Yes, we will be, of course, we will be sharing in details and sending emails. First, sorry, to the first group, because we will start soon. We will send the agenda, the details on the platform, the login and the password. We will not share, we will not create the account to the training session 2, 3, and 4. We will only send, we will only send the, we will create the account only to the first session. Of course, we will come after, sorry, to share with you more information about the session 2, session 3, and session 4. This is what we can do, but I don't know what happened. I am disconnected, maybe. No. Is it okay? Because, yes, it's okay now. Okay.
Now it's okay.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So the first step should be creating your login and password, giving you access to the platform. You have 10 days to check the platform, to read, to discover content, to go for references, bibliography, maybe to watch captures, video, and many other things. I don't know if participants need to have few information about the model. Is all participants are familiar with the learning management system? It's very important for us to know if you are familiar with that. If not, we'll find a way to help as much as we can. If just an example, if I go here, I am connected to the platform. You will have your own login, and I will go to the module, to the training session. This is just an example. So you will have the project development of open education in FUIW member universities. And as example, you will click here and you will have your, everything should be online. So even to register to this presentation, everything should be online. So don't worry about that. You will have modules week after week, more information, an overview of the project or the training program, the schedule, all details. You will find everything on that. And then another example, I can go here and check for just to see what will happen. If I go here as an example, I will check the web and there is all details. So you will have all details on the program, the sessions, module after module, activities, and everything will be online and you can check it. This is what we call to work in asynchronous session. But in face-to-face, it will be the training with the facilitators for every module, of course. Okay, so in case you have more questions, maybe I missed something. Please, Daniel, if you can help.
I think we have covered everything. The only thing that I really want to stress, and it will be never enough, is that this course is made for the participants and with the participants, and we actually require their passion. We
Yes.
will work a lot, as much as the participants work. This will last, every course, a training period will last 2 months, and we need them every single week of the 2 months. If they do so, we will work as much as them, and the course will be a success. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Daniel. There is also a question maybe addressed to Professor Halli. Participant asked, can we add the Arabic too?
شكرا.
Daniel can reply, yes.
Thank you very much, دكتور دانيال بورغوس. شكرا أستاذ خالد. أنا بالنسبة لي أريد أن أعيد التأكيد على شيء أساس، هو أن نبدأ إن شاء الله التكوين وأن نستمر فيه. هي أسابيع قليلة ولكن أجرها كثير، لأننا سنستفيد منها على صعيد التشبيك كما أقول، على صعيد تكوين هؤلاء الأساتذة. والأيسيسكو من خلالها الاتحاد كذلك يلح على أن الجامعات يجب أن تشتغل معا في موضوعات ذات بعد أفقي، وأعتقد أن هذا البرنامج الذي نطلقه اليوم يدخل في هذا الباب. لذلك ألح على الزملاء الأساتذة أن يمنحوا هذا البرنامج ما يكفيه من الاهتمام، لأنه مهم في التكوين البيداغوجي الذي نعرف أن فيه خصاصا في التعليم العالي، ومهم كذلك من حيث التعرف على بعضنا البعض في الجامعات، سواء في افريقيا، في اسيا، في المغرب الكبير، في دول الشرق الاوسط وما الى ذلك. نافذتنا للانفتاح على ما يجري حول العالم، كذلك مداخلها اليوم هي موضوعات مثل الذكاء الاصطناعي، هي التعليم المفتوح، هي البحث المشترك، وهذه اشياء لا يمكن طبعا الا ان نعزز العمل فيها. أشكركم كثيرا على هذا الاهتمام، على التتبع. أشكر المشاركين الذين بلغ عددهم حوالي 130 مشاركا مباشرا، وأشكر مرة أخرى السيد المدير العام للأيسيسكو على اهتمامه بهذا البرنامج ودعمه لهذا البرنامج. وفي النهاية أشكر زملائي في اتحاد الجامعات، جامعات العالم الإسلامي، وكذلك فريق الآي تي في الأيسيسكو الذي تفضل بتأمين الجانب التقني والتتبع لهذا البرنامج، وإن شاء الله بالتوفيق. وأتمنى تكون هذه بادرة لتبادل الخبرات والتعارف بين المشاركين كذلك. Thank you very much دكتور بيرغوس. Thank you very much دكتور برادا. إن شاء الله على بركة الله.
Okay, so thanks to all of you. Thanks, Dr. Omar. Thanks to His Excellency, the General Director, dear colleagues, experts, dear participants, honorable attendees. So our next is to meet you online, face-to-face on 16. It will be on 17 because 16 in May will be on Monday. Our first session will be on 17. I hope everything will be okay for you, inshallah. And thank you so much for your participation.
Thank you, everyone. See you on the 17th.
Yes.
Have a nice day. Shukran.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. على بركة الله.
على بركة الله. الله يسخر. Merci.